Good day, everyone, and welcome. Before we start, we have a disclosure. Very important to read the disclosure. A beautiful run today. Early this morning, we had a beautiful run on Nasdaq, Dow Jones, ES, DAX, and we will be covering all those today. For the ones that just join us, we have actually three different automated system right there. What you're looking at, this one here on the left corner, left upper corner, this is your market analyzer. You're very welcome to follow the signal as long as at your own risk. We're not responsible for your trade. We're not collecting money. We're not collecting your name. We're not collecting emails. We are strictly trying to help those traders that are struggling in this market at the moment. And we'll be more than glad to help or copy of our signal. Here is the direction of the signal when it comes out. It tells you which direction, new signal, entry price, target price, and the pips from the last entry. As an example, right now on the ES, we have an entry is 2893.25, and then 88, 2887.76 is the target. Right now, we are on that trade from the last signal, 20 ticks. Total of from the last signal right now, it is 410 ticks based on one contract and 1 minute only. Again, this is every day based on 1 minute, only 1 minute. And this is the total of the ticks from the last signal, not the whole day, because the whole day is a different matter. And then on the pullback re-entry, you have those numbers. You are very welcome to copy those numbers. As an example, we have an entry on the ES, 2893.25, target 2887.75. On the pullback re-entry is 2896. Is all done automatic. You don't have to do anything. Right now at the bottom of the chart is connected, is the same system. The difference between the market analyzer and the chart, the market analyzer give you one entry, one target, and it's finished. As an example, the ES give you one target and it is done. But on the chart is what we have done is constantly updating your target and is constantly updating your entry points. And that's why there is more advantage on the chart because it's re-measuring everything and giving you the update on a new target, a new entry, new pullback. This is, you don't have to do anything. You don't have to do any drawing lines. You don't have to click on the highs and the lows or anything like that. The system is already configured everything for you. This system here, it comes with a three different automated trading. It is an ATM strategy and a full automated. I do like the ATM strategy because I can control my stop loss. I can control my target if I want to. So I'm involved in that trade. If you don't want to get your hands dirty, then you can go ahead and keep it on a fully automated. You go on the target entry, target exit, and then it is done and over with. The same story on the Forex. Also, it is on 1 minute. It gives you the entry. Right now, we are in pips based on $10,000 only. So this is a micro account. Also, the market analyzer is based on 1 minute. Most of the Forex traders, they use 240 ticks, 240 minutes in order for them to aim at some entry. This one here is based on 1 minute. And as you see right now, we have the total PNL and the total pips. Right now in the total pips, we have over 100 pips based on the last entry. On the blue one here, the market analyzer is based on a scalper, and all those system does not require any optimization and does not require back testing, forward testing. This one here, all of them, what you see on the monitor here, it is turn on, turn off basis. At the end here, what you see on Ninja 8 controller, those are the swing trading. And we will be covering the swing trading, what happened this morning. It was an amazing day today. A lot of a trend today. After everybody was off yesterday, they come in very aggressive. And the market was practically on the swing trading, we have hit all the targets already, and there is not too many contracts open yet on the swing trading, which we will be covering that as well. So right now we have on this ES trade based on the last signal. If we notice here, we got the target. We already hit the target, but I'm hoping that there is more to this trade than the target. So that's why I extended the target. But actually, the auto trade is going to be on the target and then a close position. So if I really wanted to close that trade, I would have let the auto trader close that trade. But uh, most of the time, if this market going down, there is a probability on other ticks or things. So I prefer to stay on that trade until I can see what's going on. Actually, earlier this morning on the market analyzer, we had over 800 ticks based on the last signal. It was a really amazing run this morning. And the Nasdaq, Dow Jones, all of them hit the target. It was really, really, really something very nice today. When the market is moving, it really pays off. When the market is not moving, that's when we have a problem. If usually every morning when we start, I show you my chart, the one that makes me get up early in the morning, which if I cannot get the DAX in the morning, my whole day become really hectic and I cannot get anything done. So this is my 1 minute. This is what I use on the 1 minute. At the beginning, normally on the 1 minute, we are done with one trade or two trade. And then we had a small trade. Actually, we had three small losing trade. And then once this market start trending, we nailed it on 2,386. So those swing trading, if this market is moving, there is no way we're going to be missing a trade. And if this market is struggling, we are going to have a problem like anybody else in this business. So if we look at the 3 minutes on the DAX earlier today, for the ones, the reason I like the DAX because what you can make in one day on the DAX takes you 1 week, and then it is very fast. It is very fast. If this market, most of the time, the DAX is trending, you can get it over with early in the morning, and then you can have this luxury to have rest of the day. If you have some other job or business, which we have to do a lot of support, a lot of new traders right now on the board. We need to look after them. So if I don't do that in the morning, there is no way I can do that in the US sessions. So if you see this one here on the 3 minutes nailed 43.38 based on one contract. On the 5 minutes today, you can see the 5 minutes, one trade, 28.64. Once this market run, it doesn't matter anymore which time frame. So you don't need to worry about the time frame as much as when there is a problem in the sideway. That's why we have been teaching the traders when you get up in the morning to just kick around, see what's going on in this market before you start your auto trade. And we have been covering that a lot. Today, if you notice also, it was a couple of small trade. And then on the 150 ticks, nailed 1,800. It is non-stop on all of them. They did because the market was moving and there is no chop in the market. If we notice here on the 244 ticks, 4,426. If we look at the 288 ticks, let's look at this one here. One contract, and it is 42.97. I personally use the 1 minute. I do not hump around between 244 and 150 ticks and all. Most of the time, the 288 and the 244 can earn much more than the 1 minute. But I am a 1 minute man, and I'm happy with the 1 minute because there is consistency on the 1 minute, and that's what I don't jump from one chart to another. That's why you see on my videos every day, I bring out the 1 minute DAX. Even last week, I think it was a Friday, my DAX did not make it, and I show it to everyone that my DAX didn't make the target, actually stopped on a losing. So we show you the good trades and the bad trades. On the 4 range on the DAX today, uh, uh, let me see what happened on the 4 range. One trade, no, actually 2 trades on the DAX 4 range, 1012, and the same story on the 5 range. The auto trade, you can set them up at any time you want. Like, let's say if you want to trade the DAX, you can set up your DAX early in the morning, and you can set it up to start, and you can set up your target, your daily target, and your daily losses. So for guys don't want to get up middle of the night, you can very much do that. This one here nailed 1000. So you can set up your auto trade, but I strongly recommend for a guy wanted to auto trade to keep his eyes on the trades. But anyway, if you wanted to trade, let's say an ES middle of the night on the B scalper or an A scalper, absolutely you can turn on the timer on it, and then you can turn on also the news filter on it. So you can say to this auto trade, any kind of auto trade we have, that stop trading on the news half an hour before or 10 minutes before, and then resume trading after 5 minutes or 10 minutes. And it takes a second to do that, and it takes a second to learn how to do that. So they are a very friendly use. Nevertheless, today it is an extremely good run today in the market. That the habit in the market, when the market moves very nicely today, a lot of money is to be made. A good day for an auto trading today. That is gonna, sometimes when there is a good trend, can last for 1 day or 2 days, and then there is a profit taken, and there is sometimes the market needs to go back and reconfirm all those numbers, and this is where the market start getting chopped. So today it is a beautiful. The market is doing extremely well, but it does not mean it's going to last the whole week. Could be tomorrow another story, or it could be tomorrow we're going to have another good run. So that's why we've been covering every single day in here for a live trading to monitor this market and to learn how, if this market, there is a chop market, to stay away. And if this market is running smoothly, then we need to jump as much and on the full speed with this market. So most of the time when we start the 10 o'clock, I say, guys, be careful. There is a market to chop today. Or like today, I said this market is running smoothly, and it is very good to go ahead and hit it hard today, because we don't know what will happen tomorrow. If we want to look some other, if we would like to look to some other, not the DAX, usually also usually around also the DAX trading, when Frankfurt is open, the Frankfurt Börsen, there is also, you always can find a good trade on the CL and the YM. So for those guys, they don't know how to trade the DAX. Actually, there is a smoother ride on the CL during the DAX time than there is when the market is open in USA. And most of the time, if this market running earlier in the European time, usually also the Nasdaq and the Dow Jones, they are extremely very good. So I'm gonna be taking some of the Nasdaq as well, and show you when the market is running. The market is running. This is the Nasdaq trade today. When I started the DAX, and look at this. Today the DAX took 2 trades. It doesn't matter the amount. It doesn't matter the amount. If we look at this market movement, this is where you need to concentrate on in the auto trades. Here in that area here, this is where you need to be careful with any kind of auto trade. First of all, we have to have an auto trade that can works in minutes. First, we need to have an auto trade is consistent, not those weird looking charts and Renko bars and all this. First of all, we need to make sure this auto trade is consistent. Then it works on the 1 minute. And then we need to find out how this auto trade can avoid those areas here, because this is your enemy when you are auto traded. This is where most of the traders lose money on the auto trade. Sadly, on the auto trade, when a guy amateur trading, they want to auto trade and they're trying to have a shortcut, you tell him, how is your auto trade did? He tells you he made $200 or he lost $200. You never hear amateur guy auto trading saying, today the market was stuck in a channel, or the market was a chop, or the ES did not move no more than 3 points. You never hear an amateur trader saying that. It's always the amateur trading looking at the numbers and saying this auto trade is good or this auto trade is bad, despite the movement in the market. He just dismissing the whole price action in the market, and he's only looking at this number. This kind of attitude, folks, you're going to stay in the circle and you're not going to get anywhere. The reason is, when this market is going flat, where do you want that auto trade to give you money? Where do you want this auto trade to generate ticks for you? And this is the problem by the amateur trading. They don't understand movement in the market required by any auto trade. If there is no movement in the market, there is no money to be made. Some are much more accurate on the entry, and some of them, some of the auto trade are disaster, absolutely. If we look at the minutes, this one here, and we can see when this market is trending, that auto trade did not miss anything. When the market start getting flat in here, is irrelevant. Today you make 1,600, tomorrow you are in a whole 500, another day you will be making 3,000. It is irrelevant, the number in the market, once you know how the rhythm working. So when we see this market start getting flat, which we have given it enough room to go back and forth, and when this market start getting flat, this is after the fact. But when we are in here, in any kind of auto trade, and this market is not going anywhere, this is where the auto trade has a closed position, and the market start going up, which you say, that's good, the auto trade start taking a trade, and then there we go, bang, the market start taking, but we already hit the target. If we did not hit the target, we would have got that trade. So what I'm trying to say is the movement in the market, it is very important. The chart is very important and have a very huge impact on your auto trading. That's why we've been trying to cover for so many weeks right now, every single day, how we can go around this market, identify this market, if it's a tradable or not. I don't have a crystal ball to know. I have some traders calling me saying, Sam, is it ES or NASDAQ or Dow Jones? What I do, I look at the whole picture here, and today I can see the NASDAQ is running, I can see the 30-year Treasury bond is running, and I can see the ES is running. By doing this, looking at this controller here, even if you trade at 9:30, it does not hurt to turn on your computer on a sim 3 hours ahead of time when you come in and get up and drink your coffee for whatever reason, and you don't have to work or you have to go to work, whatever. You can look at your controller here and you can see immediately what is running today and what is not. Another things you can do in the morning, if we look today, and which we've been covering this a lot on the market analyzer, this is not eyeballing charts. This is a math. There is thousands of codes in there involved in the signal. So I don't need to sit down and use my head, but at least I can see on the ES there is a buy. There's Nasdaq, there is a buy, one direction, and the YM all in the three direction, and the 30-year Treasury bond in the opposite direction. That indicate that this market going in sequence and there is no play in the market, because when the 30-year Treasury bond going in the same direction on the ES, that means somebody is wrong or there is some play in the market, because there is always a play in the market. You have to understand, sometimes they try to lower you to a trade when there is no trade and there is a fake movement in the market. Sadly, there is not too many people open their mind to those. They just keep concentrating on an ATR and a MACDs. Those ATR, MACDs momentum, they are actually following the bar, and they are not predicting anything. They just, when the bar goes up, your ATR, your MACD, your momentum, any things you download from anywhere, those are following the market, and you are trading the future. Guess what? You're not going anywhere with that. In order for you to trade manual or auto trade, you have to understand the first bar in your chart. You have to know where it's going. If you have no indication where is this bar is going, the first bar on the chart, if you don't know where it's going, you have a problem, and you will never, again, you will never be a future trader. Not in this lifetime. You can shortcut as much as you want. A lot of times you see the end of the night, a lot of traders or those guys, they try to do promotions. They sit in the corner and they wouldn't dare come in at daytime and lay all the instruments and let's go ahead and talk about it. They wouldn't able to do that. They come at night after the fact and they tell you, here what happened. Or they see a guy after what happened, they want to tell you what happened to the bar. Anybody can tell. Anyone can see what happened. I don't want you to tell me what happened in the past. I don't want you to show me chart has happened. I want you to sit down here and lay it on the table, front of the traders, live, show the 1 minute, and now show me what kind of system you have. You know, after the fact, it's not something you need to see, because this is a wrong message is getting to the traders. A lot of traders, they don't understand there is a chop in the market. They don't understand the market gets stuck. And that's why I decided to start going live and trying to show when this auto trades, any kind of auto trade is struggling, and when the auto trades are not struggling. As an example, if we are looking at the ES right now, is struggling because we have a double resistance. Once this double resistance get out of the way, the ES is going to fly all the way to the 2900. Knowledge in the market is not how much money you have. Is knowledge in the market is more important for this account you have, whether it's 2,000 or 3,000 or 5,000 or 100,000. If you have $100,000 account and you don't know what's going on in this market, is it just as bad as you have 5,000? I prefer to take a trader, have $5,000 account, have the proper education in the future, than to have a guy 100,000 and he has no clue what's going on in this market. As an example right now, whether you are in scalping, auto trading, manual trading, whatever you are doing, the ES having a problem right here. There is a double resistance, and if this ES is not going to be able to cross those areas, that means this market is going to go back and fell to the A91 level. Whether we like it or not, whether you like your auto trade or not, we cannot fight this market. We have to work around this market, and we have to have the right education. We are trying to provide an education for free. We're not charging you anything. You can brush it off. You can dislike it. At the end of the day, every single video we are making on this, eventually, not today, not tomorrow, in 6 months from now, you're going to be sitting on the weekend trying to understand what is this market, because there is no way out. There is no shortcut. There is no easy way out in this market. When it's about money, nobody is willing to give you money for free. If you don't earn it, you're not gonna get it. You can buy all the auto trades out there. If you don't have the knowledge in this market, you're just wasting your time and getting aggravated. So this is right now the ES. Yes, a lot of traders, they're gonna brush me off what I'm saying right now. Every single trader, when we have talked to on the telephone, they are back after 6 months and they say, Sam, please help me. But I cannot help them. I'm no social worker. After they go ahead and blow up their money, they want to come back and say, Sam, would you help me? No, I'm not going to be helping you. You decided to go with another company, then you stay with them. Or somebody has refer you. They all get money under the table. Refer you to this person, then stay with that person and talk to this guy who referred you to. Let me see how he's going to get you out of that hole, not me. So let's look at the YM. It's all about money, folks. Marketing is all about money. Anyone refer you to another company, he's getting money under the table. Nobody care about you. Nobody care about you. Nobody went and slept at night, and for some reason in the morning he become a holy man. You know, trading, when you are trading, you're putting your money on the table against somebody else in China or in California or in New York or in Canada. You're putting your account on the table against somebody else, and nobody want to give their money away. So this game here is hot. If you think it's a game, you better be careful, because there is no shortcut in this business. Again, there is no shortcut in this business. What we are providing here is totally free. We're not charging you anything. And you know what? On the weekend, we received a bunch in email, and there is a lot of butts is hurting, because we are providing free service, free signal, and now everybody has something to say about us. Somebody has no irrelevant about this business, and they would not. Very simple answer to all the email I got. Don't hide behind your computer and bubble your mouth. Come out here, front of the traders, put your system, put your instruments, front of the traders, and show me your color. As long as somebody cannot do that, then don't send me an email and tell me how smart you are. Just go ahead and let those traders see how smart you are. There is not even one company after we offered that to come out at 10 o'clock and show us all your instruments on your automated system. Until now, 3 months, nobody there came out of the corner. They're all hiding in the corner. They wait until the end of the day to come in and show off. So there we are, front of the traders in the public. Come out and put those here at 10 o'clock and let those guys see the reality, and let them understand what is a chop market. Let them understand what is a flat market. Let them understand, and then start keep misleading them and telling them, look, if you use a ranker bar, you're going to be getting rich day after tomorrow or something. Let's do that. If a guy have an auto trade, he don't know anything about the market, whether you purchase that auto trade from me or somebody else. And if you don't know how to read the market, it's like you just bought a new car, you don't know how to drive. If you don't understand how to manage this market, you're wasting your money. We are not in a position desperately for any trader or a new member. Thanks God, we have plenty members keeping me busy day and night. Before you purchase any auto trade from us or somebody else, if you're not willing to put some time learning this market, you're just going to keep going in the circle for the rest of your life. You give an auto trade to one guy, knows how to trade, he go with it like a fish in the water. You give this auto trade to somebody else, he don't know how to load a chart, he's going to be always pointing the problem to the auto trade, and he will never realize that this guy, he has nothing to do with the trading. So an auto trade, guys, does not mean it's a key to heaven. We receive all emails where they promise $50,000 and $100,000 a month. Good. Let him come out at 10 o'clock and show us how he's making his $10,000 and $20,000 a day. Let him come out at daytime and show us how he's doing this. This is not going to happen. You know, and buying a book to learn how to trade, don't waste your time. You buy the book, you learn. The second day you are trading, you're going to forget everything, because every day there is a new situation in the market. It's not rules made by anyone. So the best things for a trader is to learn to develop his own trading. We have offered a lot of simple things in this market. On this system here, all your system, all your entry, your re-entry, your target is already plotted. I don't want you to be in charge with your entry, because we notice those last 7-8 years, when you leave the trader in charge, he's gonna follow right through his head. So the best way it is to draw the lines for him. If you don't want to deal with it, you can use the fully automated swing trading or scalping. If this market moving, you will be making money. And if this market not moving, you will be like anybody else in this business today. You don't make money. There is two options for the trader. You can use a full automated trading, whether it's a scalping or a swing trading. And then if this market moving, this is going to be your lucky day. You don't have to learn anything. But don't complain when the market is sideways and you say, why this auto trade didn't make money? Because you didn't look at the chart. So as long as you accept the fact, if this market moving, then you can auto trade and you don't need to learn this market. And when the market is not moving, you're not going to be making money. As long as you accept this fact, it's very fine. But if you wanted to, this is the sad part. You hear somebody saying, I want an auto trade and I want to quit my job and I want to be a professional trader, but I want an auto trade. Do you want to learn? No. I get nervous. I'm, disturbed in my head. I cannot take decision. If you are learning why you are auto trading, all what it is in here is just a few lines. You need to adapt to those few lines in those. The entry is there, the trailing stop is there, the target is there, everything. The pullback re-entry is there. All what you need to memorize those 5 lines, and what you need is to practice for a few weeks until you can nail this market. That's all. This is the way out. Another thing is, if you hash the market, this is also one of the things. If we hash the market today, those are the new signals that just came out here in the last 10, 20 minutes. If we look at the ES on the new entry, we have 16 ticks on the NASDAQ. Again, guys, keep your eye on the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ is always, I cannot say every day, but most of the days, the NASDAQ is a cheap market, and it's not unusual to nail 60, 70 ticks a day average on the NASDAQ. I'm not saying every day, but most of the days they are average on the NASDAQ based on one entry, one target, 67, 70, 80 ticks minimum a day. And sometimes it's not going to make it. It's not going to be every day. There is nothing in this market is every day. If you make $10,000 today, does not mean you will be making $10,000 tomorrow. But if we look at this market here, ES, NASDAQ, Dow Jones, if we follow those signals, hatch in the market, one contract each, 225, 325, 255, this is almost $1,000 in there based on ES, one NASDAQ, one Dow Jones. This is from one broker to another. Your total investment is around $1,500 max. And some brokers your total investment on an ES Nasdaq Dow Jones after 9:30 is less than $1,000. The return on that $1,000 is over 50%, is over 70%. If you look at the previous videos, every single day, we are running every single day at 10 o'clock, the same time frame, the same system, every single day is doing the same result day in and a day out. Very rare, we were not able to nail those trades. So guys, it is, if we look at the Nasdaq, we have a double resistance right now, and it's gonna cause a pullback. If you are on that trade here, is on the auto trade, we are using 2 contracts, and now on those trades nailed $800 on this Nasdaq, we have a double resistance. This is the $1 million question for the trader. They decided they wanted to take the by knowing how to turn the autopilot on an airplane does not qualify you to be pilot. Okay, if you are auto trading and you can understand there is a double resistance in this area here, and you have an $800 on this trade, what you are waiting from, or what you are waiting for, not to close this target here immediately and call it off for today. Because on this double resistance reversal, there is a potential this market is going to go to the 23-25 stand, cashing in on $800 on those trades. You're going to wind up cashing in $400 on that trade. Absolutely. If we look at the ES now, if we notice we're about to hit the target on the ES, you have 550 on that trade. What you're waiting on for not closing this and taking this matter and right-click, because why? This target hidden right below the double resistance. For the ones that has been watching us, as I said, those are your fib lines for $35. Those are more important than your auto trades, because even if you are auto trading, when you have those fibs, it's going to indicate for you when you're going to be taking those profits and when you need to get the hell out of Dodge and close position. Do not wait in everything. Combining an auto trade and a human, it is the most accurate system you will ever develop to yourself. Learning the fibs, learning the measurement in the market in conjunction with your auto trade, a machine and a human. It cannot be all machine and it cannot be all a human anymore. You cannot no longer in 2018 eyeballing this market and nailing it. We cannot do this. You have to have a system is telling you where is your limitation in this instrument. As an example, we know our limitation on the Nasdaq right now. We know where is the bumper on the Nasdaq, and we know our limitation on that. Combining an auto trade and common sense, because all what you have to memorize 4 or 5 lines, not even memorizing, because it a plot automatic in there, you know. So there is a big difference. When we were here, we had $800, and now we are down to $600 by refusing to look at the chart, because you are getting a lot of stress from it and all this. I hear it, or because he has to go with the kids, or he is emotionally disturbed and all this. By not and refusing to look at the chart, this one here, now you had $800 in that trade, and now the auto trade is mechanical. Don't care about 800, don't care about 200. The auto trade is mechanical. If you are trading the DAX 1 minute, that's what you're gonna get from the auto trade. And if you are trading the this one here, he care less what you are trading. The auto trade, this one is 4,000, the other one is 2,000. The auto trade doesn't calculate which one is better. This is your job. This is, as a human, the auto trade don't care. Is a machine, is an algorithm, is math, is a jukebox, call it whatever you want. But for us, as a common sense, as a human, when we are auto trading, there is a big difference on one instrument, now we give away $300 on the ES. Let me see. Now we are down to $350. Let's look at the YM. The YM now also we give up for not looking at the chart, for not refusing to look at the chart based on an ES, YM, and NASDAQ. You just took $600-700 out of your wallet and you tossed it out of the window. This is wrong, folks. This is wrong. There is nothing called autopilot and for you to hide under a pillow or look at the kitchen window and waiting on the sky to fall dollars for you. This is the simplest way to do it, and it's not about marketing, it's not about anything. Whatever system you have in your hands, try to make the best out of it. Try to look at the chart. Try to look at the border of this market, because if you're not going to be doing this, you can buy an auto trade from me or somebody else, and then you're going to buy another auto trade and another auto trade, and at the end you have to give up and you have to start saying, okay, maybe I need to start looking at the chart. As long as you don't look at the chart, I cannot get you anywhere. No one can get you anywhere, and you can keep purchasing as much as you want. This is not to talk about you purchasing my system. We got our hands full. But the reality is we need to sit down and look at this chart. If this market, if on this ES, if this market diving into problem, as an example right now, this is the ES trade. Let me go back on the ES trade. This is your ES trade. Let me look at the clean picture. We can see this is not, it is beautiful chart. And we now look at this, we are start giving up all our gain on that trade. And the market most likely is going to stick to the 94.50. Let me look. And this is a re-entry point, actually. If you look at the market analyzer, we have 93.50 as a re-entry. So for those guys that wanted to learn a little bit, this is your re-entry point right there. By knowing this, when we were all the way up here, whether it's a NASDAQ, Dow Jones, CL, doesn't matter, it's irrelevant, they're all the same, it's the same trick. By knowing that, we could have closed that auto trade and re-enter the market manually here, instead of walking away with $600 or $800, you could have re-entered this market in here and then try to get another $100 or $200 out on that trade. It's not something you have to do a miracle. You just need to look at those numbers. Where is your re-entry point? If you don't want to look at the numbers, you want to look at the charts, it's very welcome to look at the chart. On the chart here is the trailing stop 1 and the trailing stop 2. The trailing stop 1 is a re-entry. The trailing stop, I do not like a dummy trailing stop. It's the worst things you ever can do in the trading, using a dummy trailing stop. I don't get it. Why, if you are right on that trade and you should have get rewarded for it, why you are in a hurry to get out of that trade? You should not. You should stay and glue to this trade, because you never know. You never know when you're going to be able to do that. Today is a good day. I don't know tomorrow if it's going to be chop day, so I'm going to be married to that trade until the last drop in that trade, because I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. I don't know if the market is going to be choppy tomorrow. So I better use my energy today on that trade. So on any given YM, NASDAQ, Dow Jones, ES, DAX, CL, any instruments you have on that one here beside your auto trade, the trailing stop 1, if you are using a fully automated to trade the trailing stop 1, it will be your trailing stop. You cannot do anything about it on the fully automated. The trailing stop 1 is a minor floor and fibs. This is your re-entry point, is right there. Follow by a major support to trailing stop 2. What is this telling me in plain English? That's mean when the market pull back, this area here is a re-entry point. If this ES or the CL or the NASDAQ or the Dow Jones or any kind of instruments, and I will show you on all the charts, if this market break all those three areas, is no longer the YM or the ES or the NASDAQ valid to the long side. It's only short. It's only short, folks. So this is the nasty area right now based on the pullback. Now the market cannot go any further than that at the moment, and then followed by double resistance, and that is gonna cause a few minutes chop until this ES find a direction, either breaking those level, then you can start your auto trade. Or if you wanted to auto trade, you have to make sure that your auto trade is gonna be, once we break out, you to turn on your auto trade. But once the auto trade start diving into this hole here, there is no longer valid except pullback re-entry, and the only things you can do, pullback re-entry. What we are saying here, it is alive right in front of you, and I will show you not just the YM, the ES, the NASDAQ, the Dow Jones, the CL, they're all on the same story. Let me look here on the ES. Look at this. It's the same story on the ES. Look at this. CL. Today we are already hit the target on the CL. It was a beautiful run on the CL. And you can see what is the target. Double support line. There is nothing to do. The market come back and forth. There is nothing happen. Nothing happened to the CL. YM we already covered. DAX. Look at it. The market pulled back to the same level, and then now is trying to get up to those targets. Now we have a new target, is way up here. The chart is always giving you a new updates. The market analyzer, it just gives you the entry, target, exit, entry, target, target, re-entry point. Those, they do not change on the market analyzer, but on the charts, it was a big decision what to do, because I don't want it to be synchronizing with the market analyzer. So what we decided, because we have those information on the market analyzer, those you can use, or for those advanced traders that want to have a new target, then it is their right to get the new target. And that's why your chart is always getting a new entry and a new re-entry and a new target. It's never gonna stay on the same target like the market analyzer. If you calculate it, ES, NASDAQ, Dow Jones, if you follow the chart target when it gets updated, there is always around $200-300 different between the target on the market analyzer or the target on the chart. So right now we have a trade on the NASDAQ, I guess. Let me I have the NASDAQ today running very well. Let me show you. All my NASDAQs are on the, there is maybe one, we have to reload it, but most of the NASDAQ, I like to reload it the 1 minute when the market started. But all the NASDAQ today hit the target. This is your 3 minutes. This is your 5 minutes. This is your 150 ticks. All of them hit. This is your top 244. And what we use on the swing trading, market order, not a limited order. We all use market order. Why we use market order? Because it's irrelevant this one tick is slippage. I don't care about this one tick slippage because I don't want it to miss a trend based on a one tick slippage. So I don't mind to give up the one tick slippage and stay on that trade. So all of them did. Also, I can take down all the YM is already hit. All of them hit because why? It doesn't matter anymore the what time frame. If this market is moving, you're gonna be hitting it. And if we look at the chart, beside those numbers, don't look at the numbers. Anytime you see there is a trend, your auto trade is not gonna miss it. Anytime when the market is trending, your auto trade is not gonna miss it. When the market is not moving, your auto trade is gonna keep trying to enter the market and catch a trend. And when there is no trend to catch, you're gonna have a problem, and that day you're not gonna be making money. You cannot have it on both of sides, folks. You cannot have it on both of sides. Lack of an experience, lack of money is not equal to success, isn't equal to disaster. Refusing to learn the market, a lack of funds in your account does not make you success trader, and it will never make you success trader. You like it, you don't like it. At the end of the day, not today, not tomorrow, not next year, you will find the hard way that lack of money, lack of experience in the trading, in the stock market is not going to get you anywhere. I prefer to take a guy with $5,000 experienced trader than a guy arrogant with 100,000 and he has no clue how this market works. Because this guy is going to give you a headache. The other guy, he understands what's going on in this market. He's not going to give you a headache. Why this ES is not making money today? Why? All those questions is like I'm the one who's controlling the ES on a daily basis. So those are the charts, guys. I don't know if you noticed from my voice, I have a passion for that business, and I love that business, and I love trading. I don't know what to do without the trading, which my job was an aircraft engineer. I worked worldwide, and right now I'm in that age where, I'm 60 years old. There is no way I'm gonna go back to an airlines and change an engine in the sun and in the snow. There is not enough money out there for me to change a jet engine anymore. Actually, I just received a phone call this weekend. I said, no. On another job overseas. I said, I'm totally out of it. This job here, it earns if you do your homework. If you wanted to be consistent trader, there is no shortcut, guys. And if you don't have a passion for it, if you don't have a passion, you're not going to do anything. Another thing's negativity. When you are surrounded by negative people, get rid of them. Get rid of them. When I receive an email negative, I put them in the spam immediately. I don't want anyone disturb my head. When anyone, especially families or anything, they should know their limits. Anyone bring negativity on you, they affect you emotionally. If you wanted to be a trader, get rid of those guys or a woman. There is no mercy in this business. You have to have a clean head. You cannot bring negative. If you are somewhere and somebody pisses you off in the traffic, don't come in and trade. Wait till you cool off. Wait till you get happy again. Whatever. Negative attitude in this business is not good. I don't know how to do this. Then, you don't need to trade. Go to Las Vegas. If you cannot handle trading, then don't do it. Pack your stuff, go to Las Vegas, have a drink, enjoy your life. You either come back rich or poor. Doesn't matter. Negative in this business, you should not be surrounded by negative. When I receive an email, if I see somebody is negative, I don't even respond. I just put them in the spam. When a guy, I see him nervous and you can see he's negative, why even answer to him? He's gonna bring negative to my planet. So let him stay on different planet, and keep those guys away and from your life, you know, because you have to have a clear head. You have to be in a good mood to trade. You cannot just get in stress from your surrounding and then you want to be trade. You're not gonna be functioning. Um, and my family grew up. They know that I should not be disturbed during the week, and the weekend is for them only. They learned that. My children did since when they were kids. Do not disturb. You know, do not bring me bad news when I'm sitting behind my computer. You know, so those are strict rules. You have to understand that half of the trading is personality and passion. If you don't have personality and passion, positive, then you're gonna be in a lot of problems with the trading. If you are looking at the trading just to make your money and you don't like it, you don't have passion for it, it's not gonna get you anywhere. You know, the market don't care about your feeling, and neither my feeling. So this is we call that re-entry on the Nasdaq, or it could be on the ES. I don't know which one we recall, but all of them, it was on the re-entry price. The market came back, took off, coming back to the same area where we need to re-enter the market. The same problem on the ES. Look, the same thing on the YM. All the same. Those area here are your bread and your butter, whether you are an auto trader or you are a manual trader. Those area here on a re-entry point, if you don't want to learn how to trade, especially for our new guys, while you are auto trading and looking at the numbers on your other screen, try to go on a sim account, try to learn how, when the market go back, try to re-enter this market here. Try to re-enter this market. It's not costing you anything on a sim, and see how the outcome for you in 1 week. You don't have to create anything. You don't have to be a wizard. You don't have to be a good trader. You don't have to have a many back years. I mean, a lot of years experience. On every pullback re-entry, try to re-enter this market, what we plot those numbers for you. You will see the end of the day, the result on your ES. If you take 3 charts and you just pull back re-entry, those numbers here, beside all those auto trades you have in your package, call me after 1 week if you don't see any good numbers. Call me after 1 week. Tell me, Sam, I took every single trade on the ES and I didn't earn anything. There is no way you will come out empty-handed if you follow the re-entry point on those system here. Beside the auto trades and all that, the swing trading and the scalping, there is no way you will not. I mean, there is no way you're gonna go to the wrong side. You will have a bad days, but most of the days you will have a good days. If we look right now on the new entry signal, we have 10 ticks on the ES, 45 ticks on the Nasdaq, 31. This is a total of what? Almost 100 ticks, 140, 185, and then 87. Those are the new signal. Again, folks, one ES, one Nasdaq, one Dow Jones, whether you are taking it manual or automated, try to spread out your, try to hash the market in the future and follow those entries. Try to do it on those charts and leave your auto trade to auto trade on the other screen and try to understand how this market moving. Let me see what else we have. There is nothing really. The Nasdaq, ES. Now we are on a sideway. What is this? Target hit on the CL. Earlier today on the CL, we have the entry on the CL is 71.05. We hit 70.13 and made 100 tick, you know. And now the CL, it is sitting here, a big mess. I would not take that trade. We have a support line at 69.096, followed by a double support, followed by a major support. That CL, if you have took that trade earlier today, very good. But right now that CL is useless to take. The only thing you can do with that CL is trying to open a Renko bar on the CL and trying to find a reversal. For the guys looking at those institutional numbers, look at this. We are already hit target 1 and target 2. And those exactly supposed to be before 12 o'clock on the 15 minutes. Those the 15 minutes. It is most of the institutionals, they use the 15 minutes. I'm going to be loading the CL to see if I can find any reversal trade on those here. And we will look at the ES also to see if there's any reversal trade on the ES. Right now, we are 326, 327 ticks, 34 ticks, based from the last signal entry on that. Actually, we do not have a short trade on the ES. Very simple. I'll show you. For the ones who are new with us, I try to teach the reversal because there is a lot of money in the reversal. And on the reversal, you avoid a lot of a chop market. And the only time we use Renko bar is on a reversal. We never use reversal. We never use a Renko bar to trade with the trend. Absolutely. Earlier today, actually, this one here, it was a good entry. This one here, a break even. And this one here is a reversal, but it's not out of the band, so it's not really good on it. So let me look on the CL to see if we can find a reversal on the CL. Just give me 1 second. It's loading. This is your CL. For the ones who don't know how to reverse the market, we have done some here on this channel. We have covered how to trade the reversal. This is one thing is right on the spot right now. The reversal. This is your entry. You do not follow the market. You let the market come into you. This is the market where it's going to be out of the band, and you have a major support area followed by the floor and fibs. You floor and fibs right there, and then you have a support area right this area. If we wanted to take a reversal entry on the CL, I will not budge above the 69.81. 69.81, this is the entry. Why? First of all, we have a support line out of the band with a Renko bar. You see, this is, try to mark it on your chart, a 69.81 on the sim, buy order at 69.81. If I miss that trade, I miss it. If I get filled, I know this one is going to make good money. So what I'm saying is, do not try to chase the market in those areas. Do not. Always trying to find where is the safe entry to enter. And if you miss that trade, you miss it. Welcome to trading. There is nothing we can do. But if you want to trade the CL, put it at 69.81. This is the only entry at the moment I can find on the trading the CL. Okay, the ES is 1050. We are, look, the ES tried to hit this target at the beginning, and now it's trying to retest the same number, the 2900. If you are followed us on this re-entry, don't expect anything above those numbers on the ES. Call it off. If you followed us on the re-entry level, there is nothing left on the ES from now to 12 o'clock. This is going to be trouble. So if we are auto trading the ES earlier today, we did very fine. Now Tom or Mike or now he just got up and he want to auto trade. He's going to dive in right to problem because the ES having a problem in this area here. And I doubt it very seriously is going to be breaking a new level before 12 o'clock. Absolutely out of the question. If there is a buyers coming in, they're going to try to break it. Let's see. But we have 1 resistant, 2 resistant, and 3 resistant. And that is going to be, we need a lot of market movers and a lot of buyers in order for us to penetrate those 3 walls. And instead, this ES is going to go back and forth to the support line and a resistance line, most likely from now till 12 o'clock. And now this game on this ES is totally over, is done. Whether you are auto trading, manual trading, banana trading, all of it is done. Let's look at the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ now, there is a lot of potential on the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ broke those 2 levels. If you are on that trade on a re-entry, wait. Let's see how it's going to be on this 48 level. Very strong, the NASDAQ today. Extremely strong from early this morning until now. The NASDAQ is really strong. The ES start losing momentum. The YM is the same story. Here, this is the high here to the 59.43, followed by the 9.54, your target. I don't see anything to look at the YM. This is the limitation on the YM. We have a support area at 921. This market is going to go back and forth between those 2 lines. It's going to drive you crazy. The only potential right now we see, if this NASDAQ able to break the 48.25, if this NASDAQ broke the 48.25.50, I'm sorry, we have a good potential to climb to the 67.75. And most likely the NASDAQ, he still have 1 line, the 48.50. So there is a good potential on the YM. ES, YM, they are losing momentum. They are losing it. There is not much to do on the ES, YM. Russell, somebody on the Russell is the same story, folks. Look, if we look at this chart here, had the first breakout, coming back, those here that were right there, like what we talked about, the re-entry point. And now the Russell is coming to the 1741.22, and then kiss it goodbye. There is nothing left on this one, nothing but the trouble. Let's look at this one. Look at my crosshair. Doesn't matter if you trade the Russell or not. We are looking at this chart situation. So the same situation, it could be on the NASDAQ, Dow Jones, ES, DAX, whatever. Try to look at this. This is where the problem at 41.6. So if we are auto trading in ES, NASDAQ, Dow Jones, especially to our traders, if you see those double resistance, call it off. Don't play. That's mean you are sitting and it's exactly like you are sitting playing a blackjack on a poker table. I mean, this is it. You're gonna sit on that table. You're gonna keep losing. You know, you cannot sit on the poker table and winning all day long, guys. This is the same thing with the trading. Now we have a reversal fired up on this one here, and this is a warning sign You have a reversal. Those reversal do not repaint. Again, those reversal do not repaint. And actually, in those situations, especially our traders, it is a closed position, open position. It's a closed position long and reopen position. The auto trade took that trade. You nail $700. You close it and then you reopen short. You're not just gonna be making money on with the auto trade the way the auto trade is taking one direction trend. This is money every time. You see double support, double resistance. This is where we need to close an open position. And I tell you exactly where the situation is coming. It's coming to this area 37. So when you are taking the short in this area here, it is, you know, the destination on that trade. Your stop loss should be always one tick or two ticks above those two lines. Always. If you want to take a long, you can take a long and then you put the stop loss one or two ticks below. And this one here is a closing position, open a reversal on those one here, and then you nail it. This is your destination. You never take a trade if you don't know your destination on that trade, because sometimes that trade destination is only 5 ticks, 6 ticks. It's not worth it to get pissed over 5 and 6 ticks. But it is, if it's a trade above $150 or $200, it's worth it to chew on. Then we chew on it. But this one here, every time you see double support or double resistance, take it. Sometimes you're going to lose that trade. I'm not going to say it's going to be 100% winning, but most of the time, it's going to hold those trades. So here is the knowledge. Even if you are auto traded, you said, this is not my problem. I just don't want to touch the market. Yeah, okay. You have 600-700. We have seen today on the last 2 hours, every single auto trade taking it on this price action nailed around $800 on that trade. And then what? Losing it all again. Okay? I mean, I don't want to close it. I want to show it to the traders. Now, look at this one here. 1 minute we had $800, and now we are start giving up all our profit. In the plain English, two guys are trading the same market. One guy is going to walk away on that trade with $1,000. Another guy is going to walk away with $300. The same system, the same instruments. One is trained to trade. One is knowing what he's doing. And another guy, he just is spaced out. He doesn't want to touch anything. It's giving him stress, blah, 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 blah. You have to do the dishes. He have to do this. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Two guys is trading the same chart does not mean they will have the same amount of money. Two guys auto trading the DAX does not mean they will have the same amount of money. If a guy right now trying to swing trade the ES or scalping the ES right now, he's not going to be making money, because we covered why the ES is no longer valid. And there we go, folks. This is a plain chart telling us, and that's what we said. Now the ES is losing momentum and is going all the way back to retest this one. We knew it. We know that. So when this auto trade was taking a trade, this is where the area we should have closed that trade and reversed, like what we are doing to the Russell. And I'm going to stay with you on that trade on the Russell. It's not just the $600-700 the trade took. By reading those lines, they cost you $35. It's not even worth to talk about it. And most of it goes to the tax, PayPal, and put you on the server. So it is nothing we're getting out of it, the $35 zone. Those here, whether you are auto trading or not, this is going to give you where is your limitation on that trade. Now, if we are on that $800 trade, you close it, you reverse the market. I told you where's this market going. So on a reversal, we know we need to exit here. It's finished. The different by catching that trade is going to add another $300 on your trade based on one trade only. Now, for the last couple of 3 months, we've been going every single day except on Monday. Except on Monday is for private members. Visitors are not welcome. It's only for private members. Every single day is the same chart, the same instruments, and the same strategy we are using, and a day in and a day out. We are showing the same numbers and how to trade those. Do you think everybody registered on those? No. Let's go back on the NASDAQ. How many times we covered the NASDAQ? Right in front of you for the last 2 hours. Actually, we've been 1 hour. Look at this. Look. You see where's the Russell? This is a closed position and reopen position again. Why? Because now the Russell is going to go back and it's going to retest this one here. Folks, once you know the system, not my system, once you understand the trick in the market, you can sit down and bang on that market day and night. But it's not going to come to you like this. It's not going to come to you. I cannot download whatever I have in my head and transfer it to you. It's not a hard disk. You have to earn it. Like anything else in this life, you have to earn it. This is about money. It's not about social work and help. This is about money. Nobody want to give you money, not unless if you want to earn this money. It's very simple. You have not created anything new, and whoever the smartest one is going to be ending up winning the table for today. Not the lazy one, that's for sure. This one here, I'm going to show you, is going to go ahead and go back and retest it. So we took that trade, close, open, reversal, re-entry, like what I have explained, and now it's going to try to go all the way up. In between, you might going to lose a trade. Welcome to trading. In between, you might going to be losing a trade. But the amount of money you will be, I cannot say the amount of money you'll be making. If you practice enough, you will understand the tricks in the market. And it does not require anyone to teach you how to trade, because those lines are plotted on your chart. You don't need to read a book. You don't need to learn anything from anybody else. You can develop your own trading if you give me some time with you learning the tricks in those trades on and that's what we are doing on the YouTube. I'm trying to show you day in and a day out how to trade. If you cannot comprehend those very simple strategies, then you're gonna have a problem later on in your trading. So let's go back. What I was gonna do. Let me look at this one. Let's look at the NASDAQ. You see where is this NASDAQ getting stuck? This is where a lot of questions asking me, Sam, how do you know before I auto trade when the market getting stuck in a channel or it is? Now, any guy come in can see where is this market getting stuck between these channels, especially for those guys with auto trades. How you want this auto trade, whether it's from us or somebody else, is irrelevant here. How you want this auto trade make money for you if this market is stuck in a channel. So here's the things. Tom came in and start auto trading here. Mike came in here and want to auto trade here. Mike is gonna dive in right to the minus. Mike is going to dive in right to problems because this market is stuck in that channel. So every morning, I don't know if it's going to be 9:45 or 9:30 or 9:10 or 8:30. I have no idea tomorrow if the Nasdaq going to be stuck at 8:30 or 8:15. If I know, I would have been a very rich man. I don't know, because this is what I get. Sam, what do you think tomorrow? I'm going to get up at 8 o'clock. Do you think the Nasdaq is going to get? I don't know. I don't have a crystal ball. But when you get up in the morning, before you start turning on your auto trade, look at an empty chart and look at where you are with that market. Right now, the ES is sitting between two projection. If I want to auto trade ES right now, I will wait. Oh, we have a new signal on the Russell. A new signal on the Russell. Entry sell. 34. The market is changing momentum right now. 34.3. Target 29.4. Nasdaq. Once this Nasdaq come in and dive into these problems here, do not auto trade. Wait 10, 15 minutes. If you start in the morning, whether you are scalping, swing trading, or price action, the only thing, if this market between those lines here is trying to find a re-entry and enter the market, because this is here, those area on the any kind of instruments. Once this market dive into this area here, there is turbulence. Nobody knows what is going to happen to this market. Turbulence. The only thing is follow that. When the market came in to those area, the probability in this market here, you're going to be able to buy on a re-entry and sell, and vice versa if it was in short. So those the area where there is a pullback re-entry. Those are those lines for a pullback re-entry. Simple as that. They are automatic right on your chart. If I want to just fully automate it and I don't want to touch this market, and if I see this Nasdaq diving into those turbulence, I need to wait 5-10 minutes before I turn on any kind of swing trading. Any kind of swing trading. Because the idea with the swing trading, we want to try to catch a trend. Okay? We don't want it to dive in to where areas like this area here, those area can make you lose money on any kind of auto trade. Some auto trades like ATR, momentums, MACDs, those that will be taking those trades and you will have some serious losses on your account. Thanks God, on ours, we can probably dive in with no more than one trade on those area here. So those areas here are your worst enemy when you are trading any kind of an automated trade. And when the market is trending, it's a piece of cake. So before I start auto trading, I need to look at the chart. Cover, how is this market? Is this market synchronizing? Is your 30 treasury? I mean, takes you 5 minutes to learn that. Step one. I'm going to repeat it one more time. Step one. When you get up in the morning, the first step, we need to see the ES, NASDAQ, YM in one direction, the 30-year treasury bond in the opposite direction. Simple as that. Those are math, column, whatever you want to call them, those are calculated in math. If you see the 30-year treasury bond going in the same direction on the ES, one of them is wrong. I have no clue. If tomorrow the 30-year treasury bond go in the same direction as an ES, hold your horse until we have a new areas to take a trade. First of all, those they have to be in sequence. Despite the NASDAQ is no longer following the ES and the YM, the NASDAQ is not going to make a new highs or a new lows if the ES come into major areas the Nasdaq is gonna wait till it break those areas. Despite the Nasdaq is a little bit off from the chart. In the old days, the Nasdaq used to follow those. Another trick, I don't want you to be a wizard and been trading for 20 years to learn if this market is going struggling. This is the first things you need to do in the morning before you decide to auto trade. We want to make sure this market is in sequence. The second things, if you don't know how to read a chart, I'm not asking you to read a chart. If you don't know how to read bars, I don't want you to read bars. I don't want to sit down with you for 1 year trying to teach you price action. This is not my aim. Turn on your swing trading at any given. Um, it doesn't hurt to turn on your swing trade in 1 minute, 3 minutes, and 5 minutes. It doesn't hurt. ES, CL, Nasdaq, Dow Jones. Turn on 1 minute, 3 minutes, and 5 minutes. That is going to give you a very good idea when you start in the morning, or if when you get up in the morning. If you let those auto trades run for 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, depends from one person to another, even 1 hour, immediately you will see on your Ninjatrader controller what is moving today. Immediately. So this is one of the things we can do, that after you've been running, you can see immediately the 200, the Nasdaq, the CL, the Dow Jones, because sometimes you have the Nasdaq runs and the YM do not run. Sometimes the YM runs and the Nasdaq do not run. So what I'm trying to say is, by running those for 1 hour, it tells you immediately what is running today, whether it's a CL, Nasdaq, Dow Jones, ES. Immediately you will find it. As an example, right now, if we look at the controller, the 30-year Treasury bond are doing extremely well. The CL, the Nasdaq, is doing very well. Then I will go and make my bet on the Nasdaq, and I will leave the YM alone. This is the second round on the Nasdaq. This is 108 ticks on the Nasdaq right now as we speak. This is the number 40 or 50. For the guys, do not, especially our members, do not have enough money to trade. Try to follow the Nasdaq. It's not unusual for this Nasdaq to earn 70, 80, 90 ticks. Keep those damn auto trades on the side. Try to auto trade, but to try to follow this Nasdaq, for God's sake, 1 week, whether you are auto trading or manual trading. If you look at every single video every single day, you will see most of the days this Nasdaq is hitting 90, 70, 80 ticks per entry. How hard it is. Until now, we have some people, they have not followed the Nasdaq. So this is very important to keep your eye on the Nasdaq. Follow the signal on one contract. So for the guys is getting up in the morning, the first things you do, 1 hour, you leave this the swing trading. That will give you immediately what is running and what is not running. By the position open, you can see immediately. And look at your market analyzer. Try to make sure they are in sequence. And then this is the only thing you need to do. I don't want you to learn price action, bars movement. I give up on those areas. I don't want to teach anyone anymore. I think I'm doing enough teaching here. Right now, based on the last signal, we have 419 ticks based on 1 minute and from the entry. 9 ticks on the ES, 84 ticks on the Nasdaq, 42 ticks on the YM. How easier? Oh, guys, look at this. We have a predict an entry on the CL where you need to enter the market on the CL. And I told every trader to nail it at 69.81. And we said that, is it half an hour ago? Watch the CL. We called that trade half an hour ago. We're gonna follow this. Just let me see what's going on in here. Oh, we have a gold entry. Yes. Look, guys, we called that trade half an hour before it happened. And I told you, we do not chase the market, we let the market come to us. Now we have a support line out of the band, R7. If we look at the technical area on the CL, those two yellow lines, this is an indication of this market is no longer valid in short. Very simple, okay? We have a lot of traders follow the reversal in conjunction with those two yellow lines. Those two yellow lines, once the ESCL DEX, anything, and this is not overbought, oversold indicator. I hate those indicator overbought, oversold. But this is where technically telling you there is no more short on the CL. Watch this, folks. For the ones that just arrived, you can go ahead and rewind that video. We called that trade half an hour ago. The market came in exactly to those numbers, to this area, and now it's telling us the system, okay? Reversal. Look at this. Look, they all speak in the same language. Let me show you. Here is where is this market predicted is gonna go ahead and enter the market, and we call that trade. Look at this. From the support area, when the CL hit, if you notice, you have the signal here, and the whole momentum has changed. And right under your nose is gonna start to climb into the mid-band. And then God knows where, because now it's 12 o'clock, almost 12, 11:20. So that's why I like the reversal, because of course you will have bad trades on the reversal, but and a good trades. But the reversals does not require a big stop loss. And if this market to start trending, there is a potential 80 ticks and 70 ticks. I don't want it to scalp the CL, absolutely, but this is, it's gonna drive you a little bit banana right now here in this area. But once this market start taking off, there is a good potential 80, 90 ticks, nailing it from one side to the other, and it's not unusual to do that. Right now, the CL is on a strong trend. It's been a short all day long. Very nice. Okay. Here is the things. I think it is about done with the CL. This is where a human say a CL is about done. An auto trade cannot comprehend those words as about done. Now, for me, would I take a short in this area on the CL? No, but my auto trade will. If you are scalping, now my auto trade will scalp it, or if you are a swing trade in it, it will be taking it. Actually, on the swing trading, we still on the short on the swing trading on the CL. Let me show you. On the 1 minute is about to close. We still on that trade on the CL 1 minute. Let me see the 3 minutes. The 3 minutes had an early entry, 1760, and this is the second trade on the CL, and this one 1560 on that trade. The entry was 7058. 7058. No, 7066. So actually the price action was a bit later on the entry than the look. The CL. Look, is it sneaking right under your nose? Look. Look. Is it sneaking right under your nose? Look. We called that trade half an hour ago. There we go. There we go. I love trading. I apologize. I got excited earlier today, but I tell you one thing, trading is in my blood. Why is a good challenge? Uh, we all have a problem with the. Sometimes we all have weakness in the trading. My weakness is I'm not a greedy. Uh, I learned my lesson. We all got our finger burns. I'm not a greedy person. I'm happy for whatever I can get. My problem in the trading, I'm a very stubborn man, and that is my worst enemy. I get stubborn, and this is my weakness in the trading. Some traders, they are very much emotion. They get very excited. They don't know what to do. Some of them, they get greedy. Most of the problem with the traders are the greed is their worst enemy. They don't understand there is a limitation in that trade. You cannot be sitting on a poker table all night long making money. It's exactly like a poker table, folks. It's exactly like a poker table. You cannot sit down all day long. Folks, I'm going to be ending up today a bit early. I apologize. I think we have covered enough right now. Please, to our traders, keep your auto trade on one screen. And I want you to follow the ES NASDAQ Dow Jones, whether you want to follow it from the market analyzer or you want to follow it from the chart is up to you. But you're very welcome to start following it from the market analyzer. I don't want you to be technical. I don't want you to be advanced trader. Just when there is a new signal, follow the new entry and exit on the same target if you want to. Okay. Right now, if you follow this one, I don't know if this one, the third round, now we are on that new signals 200, 580, and 150. If you go back with that video, you will see this is the second round, and there is no trader out there has performed better than what you can do by yourself. based on one contract. So this is very important, guys. This is very important. So try to do that and keep those auto trades on the next screen, and then you are learning. This is just a learning for a week or two. You will see a lot different in your trading. Let me show you what happened to the CL. I told you to be careful from the mid-band. Look, we called that trade half an hour before. Now, if you see the floor and fibs mid-band, don't underestimate this. Do not. Do not underestimate that. This is the game, you know, if you want to cash in or you want to stay. This is the game where if you did your homework, you'll know what's going on. Right in line with the mid-band, pulling back. Beautiful game. So you can see is out of the band. One signal, two signal. They all speak in the same language. And now we are going in the same direction. It's giving you the same direction. Now we're climbing above this band. That's mean we are a home free to 70.22 and above. Once it gets above that area, if it does before 12 o'clock, close open position. Close open position, because we're going to bang on that market one more time. Once you start learning those tricks, trading it will never become easy, but it will you will start enjoying the trading and the challenge on it. Folks, it's been a pleasure serving every one of you. I'm sorry I got excited about trading earlier today. And I will see you tomorrow at 10 o'clock Eastern Time, the same channel. And if you like what you've seen today, give us a thumb up, because we have a lot of people's butt hurting. So, and they don't like it. We are trying to open the traders' eyes to things nobody dare come out and say it. And so if you like us, give us a thumb up, and we'll see you tomorrow on the same channel at 10 o'clock Eastern Time. And be careful tomorrow. Could be tomorrow a little bit slower than today, but today was running nicely. So we'll look at those tomorrow, another day. God bless you all. Thank you very much. Pleasure serving you. See you all tomorrow, the same channel. Bye for now.